Did you know that research suggests up to 93% of communication is nonverbal? That's right, the way we move, our gestures, and even our silence speak volumes, often conveying more than words ever could. This is particularly true when it comes to women, who are often said to be more emotionally expressive and attuned to nonverbal cues than men. Understanding women's body language is like unlocking a secret code to their thoughts and feelings. It's a powerful tool for men who want to improve their relationships, navigate social situations with greater ease, and build stronger connections with the women in their lives. One of the biggest pitfalls in understanding women's body language is the tendency to misinterpret their signals. Men often make assumptions based on their own cultural conditioning or personal biases, leading to misunderstandings and missed opportunities. For example, a woman crossing her arms might be perceived as closed off or angry, when in reality she could simply be cold or feeling insecure. Similarly, a woman who avoids direct eye contact may not necessarily be disinterested. She might be shy or feel uncomfortable with prolonged eye contact. It's crucial to avoid jumping to conclusions and instead, focus on observing clusters of cues within a specific context. The eyes, as they say, are the windows to the soul, and this rings especially true for women. A woman's eyes can convey a wide range of emotions, from attraction and interest to boredom and disdain. For instance, dilated pupils are a subconscious sign of attraction, while a woman who holds your gaze for a beat longer than usual is likely signaling her interest. Conversely, downcast eyes or a lack of eye contact could indicate discomfort, disinterest, or even deception. Pay attention to the subtle cues in her gaze. They often speak louder than words. 5. The eloquence of gestures, deciphering hand and arm movements. Beyond the eyes, a woman's hands and arms are incredibly expressive, conveying a wealth of information about her emotional state and intentions. Playing with her hair, for example, can signal nervousness, flirtation, or a desire to appear more attractive. Touching her neck or collarbone often suggests vulnerability and openness, while animated hand gestures during conversation typically indicate enthusiasm and engagement. By learning to interpret these subtle movements, you can gain a deeper understanding of her underlying feelings. 6. Cracking the code, a real-life scenario of body language in action. Imagine this: you're at a social gathering and you spot a woman you'd like to approach. The room is buzzing with conversations, laughter, and the clinking of glasses. You feel a mix of excitement and nervousness as you contemplate making your move. She's engaged in conversation, but her body language tells a different story. You notice that while she's talking to someone else, her attention seems divided. Her torso is angled towards you, almost as if she's subconsciously drawn in your direction. This subtle shift in her posture is a significant indicator. She makes brief eye contact and smiles subtly when you catch her eye, a fleeting moment that feels like an invitation. Her smile is not just a polite gesture, it carries a hint of curiosity and interest, and her feet are pointed in your direction, a classic sign that she's mentally and physically aligned with you. Feet often reveal true intentions, even when the rest of the body tries to hide it. All while she continues chatting with her friend, her body language remains open and inviting. She occasionally glances your way, adding to the subtle signals she's sending. These subtle cues suggest she's open to being approached. Her relaxed posture, the way she occasionally touches her hair, and the slight lean towards you all indicate approachability. She might not even be consciously aware of the signals she's sending, but her body language speaks volumes. Often people are unaware of the nonverbal messages they project, but her body language reveals her interest. The alignment of her body, the direction of her gaze, and the subtle gestures all point towards a genuine curiosity about you. This is a prime example of how understanding nonverbal communication can give you the confidence to make a move and potentially spark a connection. By reading these cues accurately, you can approach her with a sense of assurance, knowing that the interest is mutual. 7. Beyond words, the importance of context in body language. While learning to recognize individual body language cues is important, it's crucial to remember that context is key. Body language doesn't exist in a vacuum. It is deeply intertwined with the environment and circumstances in which it occurs. For example, the same gesture can convey different messages in a professional setting compared to a casual one. Understanding the context helps in accurately interpreting the signals being sent. A single gesture can have multiple meanings depending on the situation, the individuals involved, and the cultural norms at play. For instance, a thumbs up might be a positive affirmation in one culture, but could be considered offensive in another. Therefore, it's essential to be aware of these cultural differences when interpreting body language. For instance, a smile can indicate happiness, politeness, or even discomfort, depending on the accompanying body language and the social setting. In a business meeting, a smile might be used to ease tension or show agreement, while in a social gathering it could simply be a sign of friendliness. However, the same smile might appear awkward if the person is uncomfortable or trying to hide their true feelings. Similarly, a woman who maintains a certain distance from you might be signaling disinterest, or simply respecting your personal space. In a crowded room, maintaining distance could be a way to create a sense of personal space, while in a one-on-one conversation, it might indicate a lack of interest or discomfort. The context in which this behavior occurs is crucial for accurate interpretation. Always consider the bigger picture when interpreting body language, and avoid reading too much into isolated gestures. Look at the overall behavior, the setting, and the relationship between the individuals involved. By doing so, you can gain a more accurate and nuanced understanding of the nonverbal cues being communicated. Remember, body language is a complex and dynamic form of communication that requires careful observation and thoughtful interpretation. 8. The power of observation, enhancing communication and understanding. Mastering the art of reading women's body language is an ongoing journey of observation, learning, and empathy. It's about paying attention to the subtle cues, understanding the nuances of nonverbal communication, and developing your sensitivity to the unspoken messages being conveyed. By becoming more attuned to these nonverbal signals, you can enhance your communication skills, avoid misunderstandings, and build stronger, more meaningful connections with the women in your life. Remember, effective communication is a two-way street, and understanding body language is a vital tool for navigating the complexities of human interaction. 9. Your turn to decode. A call to further exploration. This essay has only scratched the surface of the fascinating world of women's body language. The nuances and subtleties of how women communicate nonverbally are vast and varied, offering a rich tapestry of signals and cues that can be both intriguing and enlightening. There's so much more to discover and explore, from the subtle art of flirting, where a glance or a smile can speak volumes, to the nonverbal dynamics of power and persuasion in professional settings, where body posture and gestures can influence outcomes. I encourage you to continue your journey of discovery by observing the women in your life, paying close attention to their body language in different contexts, reading books on body language to gain deeper insights, and engaging in conversations about nonverbal communication with friends, family, or colleagues to share and expand your understanding. By deepening your understanding of this powerful form of communication, you can enhance your ability to connect with others on a more profound level. You can unlock a world of connection and build more fulfilling relationships. Imagine the possibilities when you can read the unspoken words and emotions of those around you. What are some of your own experiences with women's body language? Have you noticed any patterns or signals that stood out to you? Share your thoughts and observations in the comments below. Let's continue the conversation. Your insights could help others on their journey of understanding and interpreting body language.